Welcome everyone to this week's edition of Physiology Friday. So last week I told you that we were bringing some new sponsors on board, and this week I want to introduce those sponsors, 7Sleep and Alkaline Water. So 7Sleep is just like the very popular 8Sleep, but if Temu sold it. And Alkaline Water is just like regular water, but if chiropractors sold it. So really grateful for their support of our project moving forward. Quick review over the last couple of weeks, what we've covered. Last week we talked a good bit about anaerobic adaptations, and then the previous 2 or 3 weeks before that, we covered extensively all the aerobic adaptations to training. So this week I want to talk about the number one question that I get in DMs, emails, in conversations with coaches at clinics and conferences, and without fail, the first question I get after every presentation I give. And that is, what do you think about Feed the Cats? So before I get into that, I just want to say that I respect and admire Tony Holler, both as a human being and as a professional, and I greatly appreciate his contributions to our profession. That being said, the Feed the Cats methodology has this concept that they say they stack anaerobic work to elicit aerobic adaptations. And unfortunately, that is just not in alignment with the fundamental principles of exercise physiology. And if you look at the lists of adaptations to both anaerobic and aerobic training, you can see, if you can read my terrible handwriting, that there's no similarities and there's no overlap. If anything, there's might be a little bit of overlap when it comes to the enzyme adaptations, the enzymatic adaptations within the cells. There is a possibility for the anaerobic enzymes and the improvement of their function as a result of anaerobic training that could impact how aerobic enzymes function within the cell, but the impact is fractional. It's definitely not maximum impact. On the other hand, on the aerobic side, all of the aerobic adaptations have a massive influence on anaerobic adaptations. These are the foundation of the pyramid, the bottom of the pyramid, and really like 2/3 of the pyramid in terms of all of the energy system development that happens as a result of training. So the other thing is the methods by which these adaptations are elicited. On the anaerobic side, you basically got lifting, you've got sprinting, you've got plyos and jump variations, and really that's it. Like, are there some other methods? Yeah, but they're, again, very, very minimal. On the aerobic side, you've got running, walking, biking, rowing, swimming, sport practice, circuits, mobility, and honestly, you could go on and on and on. And all of these methods will elicit a whole range of aerobic adaptations that will have like exponential and far-reaching effects, not just limited to the heart central adaptations or the cells and the capillaries with your peripheral adaptations. They're also going to affect everything from a musculoskeletal and a neuromuscular standpoint on the anaerobic side as well. So hopefully that kind of clears up any misconceptions maybe some of you might have about whether or not that idea of anaerobic work eliciting aerobic adaptations might be viable, because it's unfortunately it's just not. So hopefully that provides some clarity and gives everyone an idea of also just how impactful aerobic training is on all other elements. Next week, we'll talk about what the performance outcomes are to primarily aerobic training, but then we'll also talk a little bit about things on the anaerobic side as well.